Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuned in to the Lions Den, official source of UCCS Sports. I got a question for the millions and millions of fans. What do we do here on the official source? I got the answer for you. We bring in official players and athletes. That's what we do, among the many things. And right now we got Alex Welsh, Dalton Patten, as you see, joining us right here in the Gallagher Event Center for the Lions Den. If you got questions, it's not too late. Tweet us at Go Mount Lions, and we will make sure to get those answered right here live on the Lions Den. But gentlemen, thanks for joining us here live on the Lions Den. How you doing? Dalton, how you doing today?
Excellent.
Excellent, because you're here on the Lions Den.
Right.
That's right.
Yep, that's the reason.
That's the reason. And Mr. Welsh?
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, what'd you do this weekend, Mr. Welsh, other than go boarding like you did? That was quite a performance. What else did you do over the weekend, buddy?
Just hung out, got some sleep, caught up on some Z's. Did a little
slept?
homework. I did, yeah.
Okay. That was the event of the weekend. You slept.
Yeah.
Living life on the edge.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm sure Coach loves to hear that.
Yep, exactly.
And so do the millions and millions of listening Lions, because it means you're a dedicated student-athlete here at UCCS.
I'm just tired.
I gotcha. Mr. Patten, what about you? What'd you do this weekend? How was life?
I did just about the same thing. Lots of sleep, lots of homework, and that's about it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Good. That's good. That's very good. Recovering from the great games and preparing for the games coming up this upcoming weekend, right?
That's right.
That's right. Okay. Alex, I got a question. We got to start things off, right? So you've done some pretty cool things here as of late in terms of milestones and things of that nature. So the millions and millions clearly want me to ask you, did you think the Broncos were going to win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, of course I did. I mean, I grew up in Denver my whole life, so I had faith that they were going to win.
Okay. So you were cheering them on in your sleep?
Yeah, I actually did fall asleep during the Super Bowl, but I did watch it and I did cheer them on.
Okay. And you, Mr. Patton, you had the Broncos?
Yep, I knew they were going to win.
You knew it?
Yep. No doubt in my mind.
No doubt. Okay.
No doubt.
Any commercials stand out?
The monkey baby one,
Yeah.
that was
Monkey
weird.
baby?
That was weird.
Yeah.
I didn't like that one.
So it probably gave you a little bit of nightmares as you were sleeping
as I
during.
was dozing off,
Like,
yeah.
what's that? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
That is pretty bizarre. How about you, Mr. Patton?
I like the Doritos one with the baby when he's waving the.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stomach, yeah.
And then it comes out of the belly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one.
That's a good one. All right.
I like that one.
Yeah, that's fun.
All right, let's talk basketball, man.
Okay, what do you got?
Let's do it. All right, look, I got to talk this one. Friday night's loss, CSU Pueblo. It's a tough arena to play in. First one I want to ask you, Welsh. How's it feel, man? We'll talk about that in a second. How's it feel to have this rebounding record as yours to call your own? I know you're not a guy. You're a team guy. But, I mean, this is finally your record, man. Going into that game, what was it really like?
It was cool. I had to get 4 rebounds to beat it, so I knew it was going to – I was hoping that it would happen. I was hoping I could grab it.
It's going to happen.
4 rebounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you got that.
So, no, it's cool. It's cool to be on top of that leaderboard, and now I'm just trying to distance myself from that second guy and make it so I can hold the record for a long time. It's pretty cool to know that my name is on the website as the all-time leading rebounder. I mean, like you said, it's just a little award along the way, and we're after another championship. So I'd rather have that than any record.
But that ink is permanent.
well.
We can't erase that. So it's there forever.
Yeah.
You're always going to be in the leaderboard,
Yeah.
which is phenomenal.
Yeah, thank you.
You know who is an active player right now who's trying to catch you?
Oh yeah, this guy.
Did
over
you
here.
know that? You're trying to catch him. Yeah.
I'm a little ways off, but
Well, looking at the graphic there, I mean, only a lot, but that's okay.
Just got to have a couple 50-rebound games. You'll be fine.
next 4 I'm going to average 100 rebounds and catch up to him. So.
Wilt.
Yeah.
Wilt in the house.
Still.
And then we'll have our official race.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
That sounds
I like that. It's going down.
Yeah. You two have been such a part of UCCS, like growing as, a school and as, basketball. When the RMAC championship was definitely a big thing. What is a game that will always stand out to you two and, in your careers?
I'm definitely going to say both RMAC championships that we played in. The one that we lost by 3 when I was a sophomore, and then the one we ended up winning when I was a junior. Those were really exciting games. They were both at Metro, and we had some great support there. We had some party buses that went down there for us and stuff like that.
Not to party, but to cheer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Party
Yeah.
in Gallagher North.
Yeah.
But no, those are games that I'll never forget. And hearing that crowd behind us when we were winning and stuff like that, and cutting down those nets for sure. And I think I'll always remember those when I'm 80, 90 years old, wandering around. I think that I'll always remember those games and that feeling that I had when I was cutting down those nets.
For me, I'd say the same thing, those 2 championship games, but the game 2 years ago the RMAC semifinal when we played Mines, and we beat them, and that was a huge upset. Nobody thought we were going to win that game. So I think that kind of boosted us not only to the championship, but we knew that we were going to be back the next year, and we were going to be hanging around, the top of the RMAC from there on out. So
I'm going to venture to say your greatest memory as Mountain Lion has yet to be had, because this season is not quite over, and currently you're making a push.
I like that.
I want to know, let's not be homers here, because we're always going to be cheering for the Mountain Lions, but realistically, what do you two expect from this season, given the fact that right now you're doing really well, you're in contention to host a first-round playoff matchup, you're the defending RMAC tournament champions, you have great experience in the postseason, as you've both alluded to. What are the realistic expectations for this season? How far are you going to go? What are you going to do? What's the optimal outcome?
I think that we could go win another championship. We're finding our stride here a little bit. We're learning to play together, and we're getting back to what we do. And like you said, we're the defending RMAC champions, and we were there the previous year too. So we've got some guys on this team that have been there, and we've been in those big games. So we know what it takes to get to those games. And then once we get there, we know how to act when there's those big crowds and all that pressure. It's exciting. I think if we continue to play the way we've been playing, we could definitely get to the RMAC championship and hopefully win it again. I think that we're a dangerous team when we're playing our brand of basketball, and I think that we're really finding our stride right now. So, hopefully another ring for sure.
What do you think, Dalton?
I think we can repeat as RMAC champions. The way that we're playing right now, with that winning streak that we just had, besides dropping that game at Pueblo, we're kind of on a hot streak right now. We're starting to figure it out finally. So I think at the end of the season, I think we'll be right there in the RMAC championship.
Now, look, I know we talked about future, and obviously the rings, don't help looking back, but I got a question for both of you guys. In Welsh, you personally got to play with you freshman year. I haven't heard that record since freshman year since, 3 years ago and 2 years ago when people were talking about how UCCS struggled. To be where you were then with that record and to have a ring, to have all this playoff experience, to go to the Division II tourney, what's it like looking back on it now as seniors? And Dalton, you having all this experience, fifth-year senior, what's it like, guys?
5-21. Let's hark back just
Yeah.
5
See,
and
I tried to
21
leave
few
that out there, but
seasons ago.
someone remembered
Because
that.
we've come so far, though. I think
that
it's
close.
important to come so far.
It stings. That was a tough year, and being a freshman and trying to get the hang of college and waking up early every morning, and practice was so much harder and lifts were so much harder, and trying to get in the string, and then going and winning 5 games. I mean, it was tough. That was really tough, but I knew that we had something special, and Coach Culver's a great coach, and that was his first year as well. So I think it was just a trial year, and I think that we learned a lot from that year, and we came back stronger. And we kind of had flashes of having a bad year at the start of this year, and we sat down and we talked about the guys that were there for that. We don't want to do that again, so we made those changes as quick as we could. And I think that seeing the steady incline from 5-21 to losing an RMAC championship, winning an RMAC championship, and here we are now. It's exciting. It's fun. It's cool to look back, and I think from an outsider looking in, it's pretty impressive what Coach Culver has done here. So hopefully continue to stay on the incline.
Freshmen and sophomore from this season have no idea what you've been through. They just come in and think we're this good all the time. And we have been the last couple of years, but that's not always been the case, folks.
But now, what about you, Swole?
Yeah.
I want to hear this because, I knew Welsh coming in, as a friend, but then I met you. What was it really like? Because you saw the whole program change.
Well, I wasn't playing during the 5-win season. That was my redshirt year. But, I was there every day. I was around it just as much as anybody. And nobody likes losing, So it's fun to see where the program was and where it is now, and just the steady incline that we've had. And the winning is fun now that we're actually winning more games than losing compared to the beginning of the season. So it's just a lot of fun to see where we were compared to where we are now.
Spoken like some true champions.
Because they are champions. They're the defending champions.
A nice ring to it.
Yeah.
And, talking about this season a little bit, actually last weekend you guys played CSU Pueblo. Fortunately lost that one in overtime, but a great game.
Well, I don't think, sorry to cut you off, but the score doesn't indicate how well they played, right?
Yeah,
98 to 91. The game was closer than that
They
even.
played very well
Yeah,
that game.
overtime.
And then the
Western?
Western
Yeah.
State,
That was last weekend.
Colorado,
Yeah.
that was such a good game too. And, that one came down to the wire. Really talk about last weekend and really what happened and, that stride that you guys are hitting right there.
Yeah, It's tough to play at Pueblo. I think that over my career, I'm 1-3 there. They're a tough team at home, and they shoot the ball. They shot the ball really well at home, and I think that's one of the things that makes them so dangerous at their place. And like you guys talked about a little bit earlier, it was the Red Out night. They had a big crowd, and they had a lot of momentum behind them. And we didn't play our best basketball. In the first half, we made a lot of silly mistakes, and that was one that's going to hurt us down the road, and we know that it got away from us. And we were angry about it, and we went into Western with a little fire, and we came out to a really slow start against Western as well, but then we found our groove, and we started playing the way we play, sharing the ball, rebounding and running. And that was we kind of took off on them in the second half. But, yeah, that was a close game in the first half too, and we came out slow. But I think like that stride that you're talking about is when we find that stride and we play our brand of basketball, we're a tough team to beat, and I think, that'll lead us the rest of the way.
And like Welsh said, that Pueblo game, we just didn't play our best basketball, and we had been playing really good, and then we came out in Pueblo. I don't know if it was because it was a Red Out night or, they had the big crowd.
Or Charlie was taking shirts.
And Charlie was taking
Traitor.
shirts.
Let it go.
It's Charlie's fault, really, if you boil it down. That's what I'm hearing.
I had to, man.
We're going to blame it on you, Charlie.
I'll take the L.
But, yeah, this is a bump in the road, and then when we found our stride, more in the second half of Western, I think that's where we had been, and I think we got back to that, so hopefully we can continue that this weekend.
Well, right now, the Mountain Lions are on a 19-3 run in terms of scoring. That's how they finished the last game when they came away with an 89-75-point victory against Western State. And these guys are trying to carry the momentum into the Lions' Den as they're going to beat the broadcasters, or at least try. These guys say that they have been in the gym practicing. Just when I got here just a little while ago, that's what I was hearing, is the practice that was going into this round, because they know they're going to beat you. They say they're going to beat you in sevens because the ladies a few weeks ago beat them. And so they have redemption on their mind. How do you guys feel about this? I mean, what are your initial response to these guys, broadcasters, one of which taking shirts from Pueblo, saying that they're going to beat you in a game of basketball?
MJ's a good hype man.
Let me just prelude this. Our warm-up didn't go as well.
Yeah.
When I say we, it was not me.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I know this guy. I mean, I lived with him freshman year. He was on the team freshman year. He can shoot it a little bit, but I don't know what my man Charlie over there is doing besides stealing shirts. So yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be a good one. I don't know. My man Dalton over there, he's got a pretty nice jump shot on him. So yeah, it should be fun.
If I'm a betting man, which I am, I would bet on the guys from the team. Dalton, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
I like where your head's at.
Yeah? I mean, I can't be that much of a homer. I love these guys. These are my pals, but we're playing the team here. But I'm rooting for you because we need to win one here. We're
I
0
got
for
the secret
2.
weapon, don't worry.
We're 0 for 2 and beat the broadcasters. In just a little bit, we're about to be 1 and 2 because we're about to beat Alex Welsh and Dalton Patten. And if you want to see how that goes down, stay tuned because we're going to have that right after this commercial break here on the Lions Den. Don't go anywhere. Sevens coming up next.